me cock up on the bed when me a book the cocky. Pussy shape clean, no ear, no knocky natty. Pussy it up in on me belly, macky level macky. The man say me have a little G-string. I want beat up my little ting-a-ling. So me have to whining on me heels and ting. Oh, you have my two body jaw, them a swing. Foot pass, shoulder drop, swap back shot, lizard lap, skin up, head tap, roast up, me know that doggy style. Missionary see me now flap, wheelbarrow monkey bar room turn and don't stop. I'm in a romantic mood. I'm fucking with my baby and acting rude.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Tea with No Filter podcast. Today you're here with Quincella.
My name is Liz. What's up, guys?
Here with Rosa.
And I'm Elizabeth.
So today we have a couple of topics on the list for you guys that we're going to discuss about, give our opinions, and just let you know what we think. And yeah, so we'll just jump right into it. First, we have topic boundaries versus standards. So basically you can, just say whether or not which is more important, boundaries versus standards, and what is something that you hold first when dating or even when you start a relationship, and how does that work for you?
Okay, so I do believe they equally go hand in hand. However, when you first meet someone, your standard should be your top priority because it sets the tone for what you want in your life, because your standards are within you. So if you want someone who is faithful, hardworking, that's a standard you set for yourself. And I think boundaries comes with time and also from experience. When you start to spend time with that person and they start to do certain things and you're like, hey, you did something that I'm not comfortable with, and then you set the boundaries. So, but when you come to first getting to know someone, I should say your standard should be your top priority within that moment. And as time comes by and you start to get to know the person, then you can establish the boundaries of what you like and what you don't like, what you think is respectful and disrespectful. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you. But for me, like, standards is like priority. Especially when you just getting to know someone and trying to maybe have a relationship with them. Like, I feel like also kind of diverted from a topic. A lot of women struggle like with keeping the standards high. If your standards high, is no way in hell that you should lower them for a man, because you thinking that your standards high and he not going to act accordingly, bitch. This nigga giving you 50, but he got another nigga right around the corner that willing to give you fucking 150%. So I would say like standards is really important, because sometimes when you get in a relationship, you forget about your standards.
That's true.
And you start to lower them because you already like this person, you're in love with them, or you together with them for a long time. But I find you should never lower your standards for nobody, bitch. You like something or you want something, don't lower that shit. That nigga have to act correct or he gotta go through the fucking door. And with boundaries, it's true. With boundaries, I agree with Elizabeth. Like, it comes over time, because you can't really set a boundary unless you know, like what a person going to do or how it can make you feel. If you know already, like, for example, I don't like, let me give an example. If, like, you on the road the whole day and you ain't call me, that a boundary for me. Like, I need you to call me to, like, let me know you okay, or when I fucking call you, nigga, you better fucking answer that phone. That a boundary for me, because that shit will get me mad.
My boundary is I better not call you more than 3 times.
Exactly. Because if I call you, why the fuck you not answering the phone? Or at least tell me a message, or I can't answer now, I'm busy. Or call me and say, yo, I talk fast or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's after you experience it is when you just make boundaries. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I would kind of agree with that. But for me, like, standards is a priority. Because, that standard, that's not specifically for this person, but with every person that you encounter. Exactly. So boundaries kind of diverse a bit depending on the person you're dealing with.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point.
I agree. The same for me. I find standards as a priority. That's what I require. That's how I would like my partner to be. And then the boundary comes within how is that person as a person, right? If you do something that I don't like I just said, if I'm calling you, I don't call no man on phone more than 3 times, bitch. Like, what the fuck is calling you, ringing up your phone? Like, if you see me call you 3 times, first of all, I'm calling you because there's a reason I'm calling you.
Exactly.
Secondly, if I'm calling you and you see it's important, then you could text me and be like, hey, babe, I'm in a meeting, I'm busy, I'm at work, I'll call you back in a few when I get a chance. that gives me a sense of like, okay, cool, you see my call, you know it's important, you can get back to me. And then, yeah, I can just set my standards and then my boundaries I'm going to work through while I'm getting to know that person. And as we get to know each other, then I can establish more of my boundaries on what I'm willing to accept and what I'm not willing to accept.
Exactly. I agree. I think standards also comes first, and it sets like an image of the person that you want and something that you feel like, or someone that you feel like you deserve, and what kind of fits your lifestyle and who you are as a person. And boundaries, like you said, changes accordingly, especially with experience or with someone you deal with that have a certain personality or, you know, lifestyle. So yeah, standards definitely comes first. And so now we're just gonna roll on to the next topic.
Next topic.
Would you prefer a man that has a good co-parenting relationship, or someone that has full custody of his kids?
Well, to be honest, I would prefer a man that has like a good co-parenting with his baby mama, and that like for say that the kids come over on the weekends or 2 days a week or something like that. Because let's be real, children are very difficult to raise, and if you have to take on full, like be with a man that has full custody of his kids and live with that person, and you yourself do not have any children, is very, very difficult. I'm not saying that I would not be in that situation, but for right now where I am in life, I feel like I have a lot of growing to do. I'm very young. I'm focused on school, on getting this bag. Like, it's a very difficult situation because I have to now compromise all the things that I'm going through, all the things that I'm doing to be with you and be full-time parent. And I don't know if I want to sign up to that because I myself am not a parent. So that would kind of be difficult. So I would rather be with somebody that has good co-parenting than to be with somebody that has full custody. But if so be the case, it's very important to have a conversation with my partner before we even start to live together with the kids, because I don't want to feel like I have all responsibility.
Yeah.
Even though like it don't have to be like co-parenting or like being step mommy, like even if I have kids with this person, I don't want to be the one that doing everything just because I'm the mother. You know, so I feel like that's a very, like I would require a very a long conversation with my standards and boundaries for this, because it's difficult. And I don't know, especially when you don't have no kids, it's more difficult, because when you already have kids, then it's easier. It gets a little easier because you already have your kids, you already experienced with this, you already know. But when you don't have a kid and then you're going to live full time with somebody that have their kid 24/7, then we say the mother passed away or something, the mother in another country or something like that, is kind of difficult. And I don't know if I would sign up to that right now where I'm at in life.
I personally think it also has to do, because we talk about co-parenting, but it has to be a healthy co-parenting, because if it's unhealthy co-parenting, you don't know how these children are being taught from within their household to respect you or disrespect you. And in my household, I'm the warden, so whatever I say goes. Regardless you like it or not, I am the adult, I am the parent, and I'm helping to raise you, so that's what goes. And if, let's say, the children are taught from outside, from their mom or dad, to disrespect the other parent, I find one, your partner has to establish boundaries. Where that's concerned, there should be respect across the board, whether I like that woman and she likes me or dislikes me. Because if you get mad that, for example, I told your child to sit down and your child was getting on wild and doing things that is not respectable, yeah, I would tell my partner, you better check that bitch, because I gonna check out and you ain't gonna like it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not that bitch. I wouldn't call her that bitch, because, you know, I just use bitch. It's a term of endearment. But I would just say, like, yeah, don't. I would check you. If you come to me like, why I correct your kids, I'm like, your kids in my house, babes. Like, whatever I say goes. And if you telling your children otherwise, I'm gonna have a problem with that. And my partner should have a problem with that as well, because you need to establish a boundary and a respect. And everybody have to be on the same page. Me, you, the mom, and other people as well. That has a lot to do with how kids are raised and the respect that goes across the board with kids. Because kids, they're going to be kids.
They can pull that card, bitch, you know my mom.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not your mom, but baby, I'm close to your mom because I here doing all your mommy stuff. So you better sit your ass down.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
They have it.
I do think it's also like what Rosa said, where you are in life. Because if I just meet you, I'm not gonna take that full responsibility because I barely even know you to even want to
Know
be
your
so far involved. But if we are together in a long term and the situation happens so calls for it, then you'll be like, okay, you know what? Let's do this, but let's have a conversation first, especially
Make a
if
schedule and everything.
because it's hard if you know your lifestyle, you do this and that. Now you have to adjust everything that you do in order to like now accommodate those kids. Well, your kids now. And obviously, if the mom is involved or whatever, that may be the case, you have to have a conversation with her and be like, listen, I know you raise your kids in such and so way, but in my household, I do things a little bit different. I don't like, for example, if I, like, the mom makes them write on the wall, I'm like, I don't do that in my house.
Writing on the wall.
You write on the wall, you get your ass cut.
We don't do that over here.
Writing
So
that book.
I think also with the whole entire transitioning, like you said, your partner also makes it way more easier for you to actually parent those kids because the father also is a disciplinary. He'll be like, listen, this is the person I have living with. This she's staying with me at this moment. This is your mother figure. You need to listen. If she said sit down, you need to sit down. Because then also, because if the father puts their foot down, they're like, okay, this is what
Kids
it is.
will try you.
Because if they're not disciplined and structured in a way, they will tell you, you're not my mother, or they talk to you in a certain way and go tell their mother, oh, you said this, or tell the father, oh, you said this and that. And I also think it's just important that also, like you said, a healthy co-parent, the person that they are also having kids with is someone who's level-headed and understanding and makes the job way more easier for you to actually want to do all those things. Because if it's hard, then that also drives you away. You're like, I can't come in a house and I feel disrespected all the time. Then you wouldn't want to be there because like it don't makes no sense.
I don't do baby mama drama. I'm sorry. I'm the woman. He put me in this place and you're the baby mama. You have your place. We're not competing. We're not in competition. I don't compete with no woman, to be honest. So I just feel as though, make sure you raise your kids in a certain way and we can all have a conversation about it. Nothing have to, if you do it in your house that way, that's fine. When they go to your house, they can do it that way. And when they come here, the kids just need to understand, hey, this is the way we do it here. And they just have to have a level of respect.
Yeah, because especially if I make kids with this guy, obviously eventually that's their sibling. I would expect that if my child comes to your house, to respect your household rules. Because I would train my child, no matter who they go by, you have to listen to the adults. Even it doesn't matter if I don't like the person. Matter of fact, kids don't need to know if I don't like you or not, because that's not a child's place. Children should stay in children's place. All they need to know, they are loved, nurtured, and cared for, and these are the people involved in their life and doing what they have to do. So I teach my children, no matter who house you go by, especially if it's you gotta listen to the house rules. If they said you gotta sit down, that's it. It's not for debate.
Yeah.
I think also people use discernment, right? Use your discernment. If I have a kid and I send my kid to Rosa, Elizabeth, or Quinn, and they come home and be like, oh yeah, auntie beat me, I'm like, what the hell you do? Because and you tell me they beat you, you may get beat again. Because you just need to listen, and I'm going to know that the people who I allow to care for my child knows how, with what force. You understand? If my daughter say no, I don't want to sit down, and she's 2, I don't expect you to slap her across her face, and she come home with 5 prints on her face. But that you correct her in a manner that is proper. And once we all as parents or the guardians of these kids have a great understanding, it makes the whole work much more easier. So how you see, because I think, what would you see as the division of your task now when this kid lives with you?
Division of tasks. I think it also depends on how your work schedule is. For example, we all work in a night shift. So it's always impossible that I can cook breakfast. That's not gonna happen, because by the time I reach home, they probably already have to leave. Bro, they're supposed to be in school, on their way to school. Anyways,
Exactly.
So I could do lunch, perhaps, and dinner. When it comes to like maybe preparing them for school, I could do it the night before. Fix up her hair, put it in the bonnet, So it's good to go, and maybe I could help you, like, iron out the clothes, whatever if they wear uniform. And how you say? I'll be like, maybe if there's room, maybe if you at work, I know you work from 3:00, you can't pick them up for school, and I know I am home and I have to work till night. I can assist you into picking up the children, but I don't think the task division have to be unrealistic to the point where I feel like I have to do everything by myself. Because if I think it have to just work based on your schedule. Because if I'm working at 11 to 7, I can't go rush, bring him to school, then go pick him up, cook breakfast, cook lunch, do this.
I
do
wouldn't
that.
mind doing it, but I don't want him to rely on me. Do not, like, you could rely on me, but don't rely on me to the extent that I feel like
you
it's
expect me to do it.
exactly.
Like you
Don't expect me.
overwhelm
I'm helping you. I'm assisting you because I care for you and I care for those kids. But don't make me feel like it's ultimately my responsibility. It's like, look at it like a job. Like, you delegating things to me, but at the end, you're ultimately responsible for this shit
Yeah.
because they're your kids, nigga.
Yeah.
So in situations like this, when you think is the right time, when you meet somebody to have this conversation,
I think
like
initially,
in the beginning, or like you wait a year until
What do you mean?
like how would you like?
I feel like I think
if you have kids, this conversation needs to be had from the beginning. What I know that I'm entering a relationship with you and you have kids. I don't have kids, so I don't expect to be fully responsible 100% for that kid solely by myself. But it also depends on the longevity of our relationship. If I dating you 6 months and you're like, oh babes, we living together, my kids coming to live there next week, I'm like, oh, let's
Hold up.
pump the brakes.
Yes,
And now we
let's-
need to have a conversation because we never had a conversation about how this is gonna work.
yeah.
But if you expecting me to have all of this responsibility, like, no, I think this conversation needs to happen from the moment you get with a person who has kids. You need to know how that person mindset is about kids. Like, you gonna ask the person whether they have kids or not, do you want kids? It's the same type of way you gonna have this conversation with your man. Like, hey, you have kids. What if one day you have to become solely responsible for the kids? How do you see me in your life? What position do I play in these kids' life? If a man tell me now, well, babes, you need to cook, clean, and that's what the mothers do, I'm like, no, babes, that's not gonna happen because I don't have kids. That's for one. For two, I work a full-time job as well, so we need to have a compromise. The same as I'm compromising with you, you made a compromise by the moment you got into this relationship with me, knowing that I have no kids.
Exactly.
Because it is a big adjustment for us who have no kids to get in a relationship. Now, if I was a woman with 2-3 kids, I already have to cook dinner, I already have to do breakfast. It's in my routine. That's a different story. But because I don't have kids, you need to have these conversations from beforehand so that people don't feel, one, that you stepping on their toes. They don't feel insulted because now that I don't care about your kids or I don't care about you. It's just about the reality of things. We have to be realistic with the expectations that we put on people. I would expect this also from my husband. When I do decide to have kids and I have a kid with him, you don't expect me to be Cinderella and kitchen princess and go outside and get a bag. If I am a full-time working person and you're a full-time working man, we need to go 50-50 on how we're gonna compromise and what works for our schedules. If, like Elizabeth said, if you're working 7 to 3, then okay, I'm like, okay, babe, you handle breakfast, you get the kids to school, and I'm gonna pick them up and I'm gonna handle dinner. If you're doing washing the dishes and doing the cooking, I'm gonna be doing the laundry and ironing the clothes. Like, let's share the task because one, it makes it much more easier on the person. And I'm going to be much more excited to do it for you and not be like, I'm feeling overwhelmed because this is a lot. Imagine you got a man who have 2-3 kids. That's a lot of responsibility.
When you don't get up, if you actually like,
Yeah, and then you might also react this frustration out on the kids.
Exactly.
And it's not that you want to, it's just that you adjust. And even to parenthood, when you first have a child, you have to adjust and create a schedule that works for you. What might work for me might not work for you, and what might work for you might not work for Elsa down the street.
and you know, sometimes you might have to change your work schedule because you're like, you know what, I can't work a night shift no more. I gotta look for a day job. I gotta change that. Gotta do this, and that's a whole lifestyle. You're like, okay, now, do a day job, do this, do that. Also, yeah, because it happens where people cannot work a certain job anymore because the schedules is just never gonna work. So something gotta give. Is either I give up something, or it's either, like, for example, in the meantime, you don't gonna finance me in the meantime till I find something, or you gonna just have to, if you don't agree with the finance, then let me work my thing and you do most of the work until I could find something. But is everything gonna have to be now a give and take? Something gotta give, something gotta take. So it's just a whole, I just think it just needs to be level out the playing field and have that conversation. But when you said introduce, I mean, like, if we both have kids already, then we cannot introduce. But if it's not at the stage we living together and all of a sudden you starting to feel like you want to take your kids, we need to have a conversation about this in advance. Like, I've been thinking about taking my kids for X, Y, and Z reasons. Okay, if we do this, what do you think? What do you think we should do? How we gonna go about it? But not just tell me,
putting an actual plan in place on how we see this, you know, because a conversation is one thing, but in actuality, getting things done is something else. So if you're telling me this week, hey, I'm thinking to take my child. You can't think that by next week you're gonna have full custody, because that's not realistic. We need to make sure that the place is kid friendly. What if we live in a 1 bedroom? Maybe we need to upgrade to 2 or 3 bedrooms to make sure that the kids can be comfortable in their own space.
Exactly.
And who's gonna do what task?
Okay. Well, on this topic, yes, of co-parenting or being with a man who have full custody.
You want a man with full custody or co-parenting?
No, co-parenting. Absolutely. No full custody. Yeah, that would have to be a discussion, like we said. And, it's an adjustment, especially if you don't have kids of your own. So that's something you have to take into full consideration. So we're going to jump into another topic, different lane. So the big question everybody would like to know, does body count matter? Now, give your perspective of a woman to a man. Does a man body count matter to you? And as for men, do you think a woman body count should matter to them? And
I would say, first of all, what does it matter? I mean, I don't mind sharing with a man, but I find like men have a perspective of, oh, they just have 100 plus bodies, probably, I don't know. And then they want to be like, I want a girl with one body. Maybe that's not realistic. I don't think that's personally a business. And a man who even asks these questions, I find it quite immature. Like, what are you asking a question for? What is this going to do for you exactly? After what are you going to do for
exactly,
you?
What's the
What have
conclusion?
you
And it's also funny, and if you have less, they be like, and then if you can't have sex good, they don't want you. So then what you want? They don't
They want you to be experienced virgin. Experienced virgin. But I think they also do it like they want to feel like, oh, I can place value on you. Like I could tell you whether you're a good woman or not.
I do think, look, it does have to do with how a woman carry herself. Of course, a man don't want to marry the Tatiana down the street who had every man personal privates in her mouth. Of course, you don't want to walk with a woman and feel like any man could tell you like, yeah, I had her, I used to talk to her, blah, 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 blah. But to me, you just say that. But then the type of women that these men decide to have intercourse with or get serious with does be like the hood rats of the neighborhood.
Complete
like,
opposite.
Y'all just go to the strip club and want to eat pussy and all of this. But sir, have you even you don't know where I've been? She does have one man every half an hour because you paying for time, bitch. So
I also don't get that type of concept. So when it comes to body count, I feel like I understand why you want to know, but at the same time, if you feeling me, what does it matter? Like at this point,
exactly.
Okay, okay, yes, I had sex with 20 men. Why? Maybe I like to have sex. I just like to do my thing.
Same
that
way
was
you
it.
like to do your thing.
But those you're feeling me. Then you're like, if you like me and you see what I am, what it is, you never know why some people might have it, because some people have been raped, trauma and different things, and that's how they release. But you have to also be mature. People don't like to take certain things. They just head on it like, oh, but you don't know what could happen. Somebody could have been raped at a very young age, and then they use the sex as a outlet to escape the reality that they're living in. And maybe that's trauma, but you don't know. But until you have a conversation with that person, you can feel bad and be like, oh, damn, I shouldn't have judged he or she for this. Or maybe that person was pimped out from their parents. You don't know the lifestyle. Different things happen. And then, it affects somebody into doing certain things. But, does it matter? Because men does have... I don't ask a man how much body count he has. I never did. Primarily, I am not really, interested.
I feel like they lie anyways. They probably don't remember.
They can't remember because they pass the 10 fingers for sure.
For sure.
They just can't remember. But I just feel like, yeah, if you're healthy, you take a test, you're healthy, and then you wash your front, back, who won't tell you anything? Because I don't determine if you're healthy, because somebody could have sex with one person and end up catching something. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
And have people who have sex with 20 different people and they're clean. They're healthy, nothing, So that doesn't determine if that person will be healthy or not. So I think that stigma of that idea is just very outdated. And like you said, I feel like men have this thing where they say oh, I don't want my girl to be a Tatiana and stuff like that. But yet they will give.
They choose to every day.
They choose to give a Tatiana the attention,
all the attention,
this and that, and then they want to say women don't have self-respect for yourself. But if you think about it, you in the end don't really know what you want, because if you telling me you want a woman to be like this, but you're going after the complete opposite.
Would it be fair to say that they don't have self-respect for themselves because you choose it too? sleep with a neighborhood hood rat, that means that you don't care about your health or what you got going
No,
on.
but
When
I say thing, I mean like they say women don't have respect for self because now you see more girls starting to transition to be a city girl, cause maybe that have a psychological effect
City
on
girls
them.
up 1,000.
but you know, maybe that having a psychological effect because maybe they seen a man
Yeah.
they're in love with, being in love with something completely opposite, and they're like, okay, now maybe I gotta change to be this because you know they see now men starting to be more into that, and it's like, what's the point of
Yeah.
being this? And if it's this what they want, and then now they see more and more women come like that. But it's like, think about it. If you think about it logically, if you telling me you want me to be like this, but you giving this person all your money, all your attention, all your love, then what's the point of me being like this if you gonna still go back and do this?
But I think being like that have to do with you as a person, your morals and values. But what you saying, that make me think of Derek Jackson and his wife. She was here saying her prayers, going to church every Sunday, probably through the week. The bitch 4 days a week. She doing everything she have to do as a wife to be a good wife and be represented as a good housewife and a good spouse, a good woman. But at the same time, the women he was having sex with outside of his marital home was completely opposite from what she was. When she even stated in an interview, she was trying to become those women. She would watch the sex tapes that she found and try to perform these exact acts to please her husband. But it's like, y'all just say one thing, you want a woman with these morals and values, but you choosing to be with a woman that is complete opposite of what you require in a woman to become your wife or your woman. And I don't know about y'all, but baby, I'm not no baby mama. I'm gonna be a wife.
Yeah, I think that's sad.
Exactly.
That's like sad because now it's like you're fighting a losing battle. Should I be this or should it? Cause it just don't. Cause that makes me feel like you don't know what you want because then it's at the end. You don't even you shouldn't even have a criteria at this point because you're just doing anything.
Exactly.
And because 1 minute you like a roach, 1 minute you like a butterfly, 1 minute you like this. So at this point, don't even like have a criteria. Just say you just living and whatever happens. I don't know at this point.
I feel like men like to have the best of both worlds because he wants a stay-at-home wife
And a
that going to cook,
freaking
that going to cook for him, clean for him, wash his clothes. Maybe she might not be all that freaky, but then he can go outside just to sex. You know what they say like, yo, you know, pussy don't got a face. Like they just that's true. Though, like men, they could just fuck a bunch of people and not have emotions for them. But when it comes to women, now we
not like that.
we not like that exactly.
Yeah.
So for men, I understand men to a certain extent. They hunt us. They don't
But do
care.
they even have a type? There's sometimes a nigga
They don't have no type. They don't have
cheat with.
Yo, when
My
they
God.
hunt, when that dick
It's
get
like you
hard,
have
they
to
in the trash. Yo, when they dick
go
get
for
hard, they
anything.
just
It's
think
true.
with it. They care, not with this.
I just say
Under
men
the
just fuck
alcohol,
anything
everybody
that
look
walk.
good to them.
Exactly. I don't even think it matters. I just always say men just walk anything with fuck with anything with 2 legs.
Exactly.
You know what it is? I
They
think
just
man,
have this and then go cheat with something. You look at her and you be like, jeez, nigga, at least if you can cheat with me, upgrade me or something. Like she gotta have more.
that's what I was thinking.
something
If you
than
gonna
me.
cheat on me, at least cheat with the type of woman that you say actually you want me to be. Then I'll be like, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. You know, I get it.
It's true, it's
So
true,
I gonna
it's
be
true.
like, damn. Okay, maybe she 2 times, 3 times a woman. I get it, fam.
baby,
But you know, but if you, I gonna be like, I know.
Come on now.
I'll be like, you don't have to do me like that, man.
You're going backwards.
I'll be like, you don't have to do me like that. But if it was somebody, I mean, I ain't saying she did it right, but I will get it. I'll be like, okay. She maybe 2 times or 3 times or more. I get it. I'll be like, you play. I ain't even wrong. You play. I'll get jacket. But if you going down to the next road on the road, I can be like,
because
are you serious? I said you can't be for real because
I'm like, oh my god, my brother, you have picked up the worst thing you can find with 2 legs.
And I also feel gonna be embarrassed because I'll be like, damn, I haven't teaching you anything when you've been with me to at least be with somebody
right?
of value. Like, did I make
Also
you feel
make
so
you-
bad that you have to
it's
go with
true.
somebody who
I
just
feel like women, if a woman leave you, she always leaves you for her upgrade.
We're going to upgrade. Best believe that.
Always.
But men, they don't do that.
They just did it.
That shows now. Women probably have higher standards than men.
They do.
My father was saying the
'Cause-
other day, animals don't have empathy and people do. And I really think so.
That makes sense. That
He
makes
said like a dog don't have empathy, but a human does. So it's the same. I feel like sometimes men act like dogs. Y'all don't got no empathy.
It's true.
And then they want you to be like, treat them like, you know,
Royalty.
give them everything.
Like,
I'll
you
be like,
are a king,
what are you
my
doing?
brother. You are
But
not.
also there are women who also don't recognize good men. They want, you know, you have some people who believe the man who beat them, they don't love them.
Oh yes, I heard that.
That's not my saying.
I don't
I
understand
don't
that.
want you to karate chop me. I don't want you to show me all the corners of the room. Like, nigga, keep your hands off me, and I will keep my hands off you because I just hit back.
Yeah.
So if you touch me, I'm gonna touch you in your mouth.
Yeah, so there are also women
I
who
might
also
poison
don't
you
be
and all.
appreciative.
I ain't
Good
trying
men.
for you to be hitting me, so don't hit me because that's disrespectful. I don't. That's my standard, bitch. That's not even my boundary. There's no boundary because I'ma lock you the fuck up. The fuck you putting your hands on me for? Am I your child? Do I look like a kid? I'm a whole grown woman. Why the fuck are you hitting me? Why are you putting your
It'll
hands
be
on me?
World War
No.
3, World War 4, actually.
This is exactly how
Because-
people end up on Snap.
Body
Because
bag.
I can see it.
You can tell officer, I don't know. 1 minute he hit me, next minute I know he was in a body bag.
So I don't know what happened.
Officer, I don't know what happened. I don't know
blank
how
out.
he got there.
I gonna be like, I feel a crooks and all I see was done.
Yeah, like, clean insanity.
I gonna be like, I think he factory reset me.
I think you crazy for sure.
I gonna be like, I think I get factory reset because I just feel every time I say I don't know. I think let's do a test. Maybe that's what I'm saying because I don't know.
True.
And then be like, are you? I'll be like, I don't remember. I just feel my brain get shake up.
I think I have bipolar disorder. You gonna have to put me on a pill and put me in the mental health because I ain't understand that one. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you stay with someone who is physically, mentally, or emotionally abusive to you?
Oh no.
Absolutely not.
No.
Like, I feel like that's like the number one thing. I feel it's very disrespectful. And it's kind of like the person don't love you. Like, they see you as like an object. Or like an animal or something. Like,
Like an animal lord, man. Animals deserve some love too. Don't gotta be
nah, it's true.
But I get your point.
I love animals too, so I get what you're saying, but it's true. I find it's very disrespectful.
Of course.
Even like verbally, like even if you, the last time I said this, like even if he just raise his hands or like step too quick to me, that right there is a no.
red flag.
That-
deal breaker, yes.
I feel
Because
like if you
trying
raise,
me,
your mother should have raised you to not put your hands on women.
yeah,
And I feel like the strength of a man and the strength of a woman is different, right?
Definitely.
If a man is to give you one punch or even push you, just like push me like
Push
that
you?
against the wall, I could fly into the wall and bust my head. If I push you like that, maybe you may not even move.
Yeah, like I always tell a woman like if a man allow you to hit him is because he know if he have to rock you,
Exactly.
he gonna go jail because he might
Yeah.
knock you clean. It's because he love it.
My stomach always tell me you need to learn to keep your hands to yourself because if somebody
true.
was to give you the same force back, you wouldn't like it.
Exactly. That's why
Yeah.
I learned to keep my hands to myself.
I
I
never
try my best
I
to
never-
always keep my hands
yeah,
to my
no,
side.
yeah. Only
But
like
some people do.
play fight. Like if you play fighting,
Yeah, that's something different.
yeah.
But,
Then other
there
than
are
that,
people that is
I
being
do
abusive
think though,
relationships, though. I
sometimes-
cannot.
Yeah.
People just be in such abusive relationships mentally, emotionally, and they just almost programmed to think that that's normal because the man just
That's
come and be like,
true.
"Oh baby, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. You know, you just get me so upset. It's not,
Yes.
it's not me. They be
You know,
gaslighting you."
Yes.
There'll be
But I think
narcissists
men
as
do that
well.
with people who they know have low self-esteem.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're
Because
trying to
men know,
appreciate me,
men
fuck
know,
you.
men know who to play these games with.
Of course, monkey.
they
They
don't
treat
know.
you
they
good
don't
part.
spot that why. They don't look for that.
They sniff you like you know that when they smell
Look at that.
blood. You know when a shark
Yeah.
when they smell blood, they like.
Yes.
I coming for you next. They know when a woman is very leak wing.
yeah.
When she's a leak wing link. They will always
And they're gonna
even
touch
if they
you.
catch in the
And
act
then-
cheating, they're gonna be like, is your fault.
Like the man
You're
in the bathtub when he was praying.
What?
Yes.
She's on her, she find out, and he start to cry. He sit in the shower. Baby, you start to cry and you don't do
Okay,
something.
okay.
I'm gonna put pause on you. See, no, that's
But like I was watching
I
like you know I don't know if you watch
That's why people end up on Snap.
shit niggas
Exactly.
podcast. They'd always like James and Ford. They'd always make a joke. So he was like, yeah, they were talking about that situation. They was like, it's always too leak a wink out to the woman. He was like, imagine your wife catch you cheating with your side thing. He's like, they was like, yeah, they always got a weak link. He would be like, if they call, he said it don't make sense of us. He'd be like, wow. He said, I expected that, but from you. He'd be like, you? I didn't expect that from you. He said, you gotta gaslight the weak one. He'd be like, I never expected this from you. Because he said the weak one gonna break down and be like, oh no, I'm sorry.
Exactly. They think it's their fault.
Like, I just walked into the house too early. I should have just called.
I should have just You're like, I didn't expect this from you.
Unbelievable.
Like, this is unbelievable. Like, I don't trust you no more.
But I do think that men, when they find women that are like Elizabeth was
They don't
saying,
leech onto them.
they just leech onto you and they know you so well. They know exactly what to tell you, when to tell it to you, and how to tell it to you to keep you crawling back to them like you a damn fucking dog. Are you a puppy show? Like, girl, pick your self-esteem and value off of the flow and have some self-worth, because people just think you keep running back to a man, right? And then you gonna be crying. You call up your girls or you call up your friends. Bitch, call up your therapist. Cause we ain't trying to hear it no more. Like, if you keep calling back to the same situation, you're putting yourself into that situation willingly.
You're allowing that situation.
Now it's like a mental thing. Now you really have to like
Exactly.
seek help
It's
because
like
that's not
it's like
normal.
somebody when they're on drugs, you can't take them to rehab if they don't want to change. Like you could advise them, but if they're not willing to get up, there's nothing you could do. Just say your prayers
Just
and just
leave
hope
them-
you don't
yeah.
kill them.
And ain't no dick that good, bitch. Like, they're gonna keep you calling back. Like, find you a man who gonna value you, respect you, and treat you like a queen as you should be treated. Because you shouldn't be treated like somebody who's just anytime they call, like, a man loses respect for you. You know, the thing is, I feel as though men that say, oh, I want a woman who is XYZ, but they just like the stupid woman, the stupidity ones who can be like, yeah, babe, okay. Oh, you cheat? It's my fault because I didn't suck your dick last night. Like,
They know how to.
if you don't suck my pussy last week, you want me to go and put it in somebody else's mouth?
Guys, we are recommending if they cheat on you, don't cheat back, okay?
No, don't cheat back.
Don't do that.
honey,
Leave
don't.
that man alone because
Leave
you
him alone.
you could find a better man.
Don't cheat back,
Yes.
okay? Don't.
There's other fishes in the sea.
There are other fishes in the sea. Don't do it, okay?
Don't cheat back.
Because at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't do
and you
you.
just need to be hold yourself high. You know what Michelle Obama said, when they go low, you go high.
You go high, the high.
Go higher, touch the sky.
You know, we always advise the good things, not the bad things.
And also, if you're in a situation that has domestic violence and stuff, please seek help.
Yes.
In any which way, and seek a therapist. Sometimes
That man
you
don't
want
love you, sis. If
you want to talk to your
All
friends about
women,
certain
there are
things,
women
but
who
if
are
you keep
abusive.
feeling so
Women are
low,
abusive, I must say.
women
That's
are
true.
abusive as well.
That don't really be talked about, to be honest.
No,
But
because
it's true.
which man is gonna report to the police that he getting beat by a woman? They're gonna be like,
Yeah,
you know, if you call the police, they're gonna be like, but you're a man. What the hell? No, because let's see how far they'll be like, yeah, my woman is beating me.
I feel like women are more like verbally abusive, no, than men.
Yeah.
But I got women who
They have women that
They
put
have
their
women
hands
that
on, trust
physically
me.
abusive.
That's true.
who does, but
Like
men
the
Listen,
very-
because when I get angry, I want to hit you, so you better move or I gotta go because I
yeah.
am very aggressive.
We are working
That's
on
true.
our
But I'm working it. I'm working on
I
it.
just think men don't want
But
to
I have
Reaction
been
time.
very toxic. I have been very toxic in my
I
life.
think men don't want to say
But
because it has to do
I'm
with ego.
But I also
That's
think
true.
that toxicity is built from the things that you have been through with somebody or that people trigger you. Also sometimes. So I do feel like sometimes men just want to be slick. Like I don't like people trying to play on my fucking top. Don't try to be slick and disrespect me. Because I might not be able to not smoke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you think?
Oh,
Never.
So what are your closing statements on this
Yes.
Well, I would say don't lower your standards for nobody.
topic? Period.
You're going to find somebody out there that is willing to give you 100% and not 50%. What else we have to talk about?
And
What?
okay.
Talk now.
Okay. On to the last. Okay, we're gonna just have the last topic, and then we're going to close out. So we're gonna go on to the topic of friends with benefits, and we don't need to get personal. Okay, we could just
We
be
just
general.
talking from our opinions, okay?
Our opinions and maybe things that we've seen, like, you know, in general or so. But do you think friends with benefits is something that you would do? And let's say, what boundaries do you have for friends with benefits? If that would be something that you would do.
I think friends with benefits, I believe one, if you're a person, you know you're gonna catch feelings, don't do it. Because it's not gonna work out in your favor. Because you know, especially if it's just one where we just having sex and we go about the day.
I think it's not for everybody.
It's not for, but there are different types of. I wrote a paper about this. There's different types of friends with benefits.
Elizabeth is the
No,
researcher.
yeah,
on
let
the
me tell you,
topic.
I wrote it for when I was in USM. There's different types of friends with benefits, and I think with the type of person you're dealing with, you kind of establish that type of boundaries, because they have some people, they sleep with this person, the person sleep over, and that person also pay their bills for them, and they have nothing. You know, you got a financial friend with benefit. They got a food person. That's it. You know,
One for each bill.
you know, you got a club person one. You got one who just want to take you on trips. So it does, it does different types of friend with benefit. But if you're looking at one, I just think it depends on the standard that you guys both agree on how you're gonna do it. Because there are some people, they are friends with benefit, and it benefit each other very well, because some of them getting bills paid. And I say, why not to that? If you're gonna get your bills paid, then might as well.
Yeah.
But like, there are some people who are really good with each other. Like, they do a lot of things for each other. They can sleep over, you sleep over. But if it's just, I don't like you like that to the extent, I just want to do
the do's and
leave,
go.
then you gotta go. But I feel like if you're a person who's very, you're gonna catch feelings, and you're gonna get upset at every little thing, then I don't advise such things, because it's not gonna end well, because you're gonna just hurt your own self trying to change a situation that you agreed with to begin with.
I would say I would do friends with benefits. I would, and I have, but I would say we would have like kind of conversations, because me, friends with benefits is just give me that dick and that's it. I ain't doing all of that extra shit. You coming to sleep over, or we going on trips together, or we going out together. As you say, it depends what you're looking for. If you know you're a person that does catch feelings, you need to really talk to this person and say, listen, I want to have a fun time right now, but there's a possibility that I might end up catching feelings. So I feel like that's where a lot of friends with benefits things go bad, because you come into something thinking that, oh yeah, and I'm gonna catch feelings to you, but at the end you do, and now this person like, yo, but me and you just fuck friends, and now you feeling fuck up. Like, I feel like you should have a good conversation first in the beginning, because there's different types of friends with benefit, as you said. Me personally, if we friends with benefit, nigga, you on your side, I on my side. When I see you on the road, I act like I don't know you. Exactly, because that's friends with benefit to me, is we just booty call.
We having a good time.
We having a good time, not a long time, and that's it. Of course, I could use you for like other stuff, if I need something, of course, and stuff like that. But when it comes to the feelings, I don't involve that with friends with benefit, because the whole point of my relationship with you is to get fucked. Exactly, it's
so
not
that's the benefits for you.
Exactly, and maybe other stuff, but nothing with emotional. Like, if I want to be emotionally involved with you, I'm not going to start the relationship as a fuck buddy. That's my point.
You think that friends with benefits can become real relationships?
I think it's a possibility.
It happens a lot.
It is a possibility.
I think also
I don't
men
think that
catch feelings.
That's true. But for me, then if I put my mind to something, it sticks on that, and it's hard.
I think to get to the next level of conversation is
need to be hard. Exactly.
Or sometimes it happens in the beginning, and you're like, right now we're not at a place for it, but let we just do we thing, and if it happens, you already know the transition. I think you just know.
But it's hard for me to transition, because baby, if you my friends with benefits, I'm not cooking for you, I'm not cleaning for you.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
When we done, you need to get the fuck out.
You can't sleep
here.
What the fuck? Get the fuck to your house.
Nigga, you not my man.
Exactly, I ain't cooking for you. Fuck you.
Be like,
go to your house.
Exactly. Let's go out.
I feel like different relationships, you have different levels unlocked. Exactly. So friends with benefits, we just having a good time, not a long time. Exactly. Baby, don't ask me for nothing. I don't borrow money. I'm not the bank.
Exactly. Go ask your mother, bitch.
Go ask somebody else, bitch, but not me.
I would like if the guy would be like give you like nice gifts and stuff like that.
Then you need
like if you have money.
No, but at least Quinn honest.
So sugar daddy is in the same.
I mean, maybe a sugar daddy like Splendor daddy, because I don't want.
But I feel sugar daddy is you can only be a sugar daddy if at a certain age.
Yeah, I want an old sugar daddy with no, but I don't want nothing. I'm just saying, if I was to have a sugar daddy,
hypothetically speaking,
hypothetically. I would want sugar daddy that wants Splendor. I don't want to give you
so
no
now
sugar.
If your friends with benefits is a rich older guy,
well, he could spoil me though if he want to.
Yeah, exactly.
But what's older? I mean, I like an older man.
I know I'm talking about like 60
years old, 50 plus.
No,
No,
baby.
it got some 50.
If you
it
read
got
some 50 years
Yes.
It got some old men that look good.
Yes.
That you would want to go to ass on them.
They would make the young boys
They look really good for the age.
terrible for the age.
Yes, honey.
They look really good for the age.
Yeah.
I think it depends how you look. And
Of
also, if you look like a granddaddy, like, no, honey.
Wrinkly and can't even walk proper, then of course. But if
That's
you know,
different,
it
yeah.
got some 50-year-old man with a nice little cut white
And the
tail.
beard,
shape,
yes.
look
God,
very
looking
nice.
buff
That's
and
nice.
Built, you would you wouldn't even think so.
Exactly.
I think it depends. Okay?
Of course, it depends.
Of course, of course, of course.
If he's nice, look into the eye, a little bit of eye candy, and treats me nice, and it has a fit body and takes care of himself, then
Well, if all you get with a
we could think
woman,
about it.
just close your eyes and just be like,
Put a bag on him.
just be like,
because if he a little got a little something going on, then I'm gonna have to pull up an eye on him. And I'm gonna have to tell him a little like,
My sugar daddy took me out. I drank him, but he preferred to
and if he look like this, baby, then he could put on me.
Exactly the way
My
it
baby,
is. So
my
much
sugar daddy, 'cause he
look
look
good.
Oh, yes.
we got a little gray beard, a little.
That is definitely.
That's the one Queen was referring to.
I think
Yes.
this is the one.
This
right?
is the one.
Queen had said, "Hold on, baby, I gotta let you know
on.
something."
A nice white silver beard, a silver fox.
a nice silver
Silver fox.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
And they always know how to treat a woman, you know, a little
It's
bit
through
much
the experience,
better. Yes.
you know, so they know.
Yeah.
They respect your body, they respect your mind,
You
they
be-
respect
you be
as a
upset.
woman.
want work
Pleasure is
Yeah,
is priority.
exactly. They want to make you feel good. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it just depends. And I feel like all of that is benefits. And
Yeah,
Of course.
that's why I say
Yeah.
different types because you gotta
Different
establish
types,
the type of
exactly, you gotta
benefit you want.
establish it,
If you
exactly.
Yeah.
want to have a certain benefit, you're gonna attract a certain person who will give
yeah,
you
so
that.
you gotta know what you want. That's
And
true.
for me personally, I find friend with benefits come with exclusivity. You can't be wanting to friend with benefits me and friend with benefits the neighborhood. Like, we have a contract, baby.
It's true.
You
Basically.
be my friends with benefits,
Exactly.
not the friends with benefits of everybody. So that's a thing for me. And also knowing, like, if I already set my mind, like, hey, this is just this, my emotions ain't gonna be attached.
That's
Maybe
what
my
I was saying,
emotions
like,
ain't gonna be attached.
No, it's not.
I was like, because I don't wear my heart on the sleeve. Because you gotta know, you signed up for a relationship that just comes with a certain type of expectation from that person, also expectation from yourself. Once you start doing all these wifey shit and he coming over and he eating at your house and you doing all of this, naturally emotions come into play.
Exactly.
You
Because now
spending
it's
too
more
much
than
of
that.
time with me, baby. We doing too much. So
This
either
is
we gonna have to
relationship kind of thing.
exactly. I can't upgrade you because even from friends with benefits, girlfriend, and wife, those is 3 different levels, nigga. You only unlock them when you reach to the next level.
And everybody gotta want the same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what
Can't
I'm
be
saying.
one-sided.
Sometimes it doesn't work because you catch feelings, but he don't have feelings, or vice versa.
Exactly.
It's the same
That'll
way
be
as
tough
people
too.
with open
That'll be
relationships
tough.
that are open on one
be
side,
tough.
like it's open to the man but not to the woman.
That's true.
So no, we gotta be on the same page. We gotta read the
Exactly.
same.
Yes. So, yeah. So this was our podcast talking about boundaries and standards. And please have them. Okay? Stick to them. Always upgrade the list. Update the list always.
It's true.
And
Work on
yeah.
your
Because as
self-worth.
people get older, they change. So
Yeah.
it's
Exactly,
Okay. It's
yes.
okay to change. Maybe
It's okay.
something that you liked 3 years ago, you don't like that no more.
Yeah, maybe you
That's
have
okay,
a
your
little bit
palate
more.
change.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have a taste for more exquisite things. or more-
Yeah. And maybe some things you're like, you know what? I could deal with that. And you know? So everything changes. But yes, guys, thank you for listening.
Yes.
And again, this is
in.
your host, Quinsella.
This is your host Liz.
Your host Rosa.
And your host Elizabeth.
And this
Until
is
next time.
yes,
And this
see you
is-
guys.
We out. And since we're talking about sugar daddies, we might leave you out on that one. So
Some
y'all
sugar
can have a
daddy
good
vibes.
daddy
time
time. That's
for
a
the
long
one
time.
time.
One time for the one time.
And guys, please follow our socials. Instagram, TikTok. We have a Snapchat? No.
We have Instagram, TikTok, we have
YouTube.
Twitch. You can
YouTube.
also find
On
our
Spotify.
Oh yeah, Spotify.
our post on YouTube and Spotify. So go
And
follow us on
Instagram.
those and Instagrams. We post little snippets. So follow us on those platforms and share it with your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend because we just give good
Tell a
advice.
friend to tell a friend.
I swear that he changed my whole mind. I turn around and let him hit it from behind. And I'ma let him get it when he want it. He each time made a bitch come faster than Amazon Prime. Yeah. Amazon Prime made a bitch come faster than Amazon Prime. I'ma let 'em get it